people who collectively we've been given the privilege by the people of Kenya to serve them, to work for them. We must also make sure that the privilege we have, the opportunity we have, translates into opportunity for the millions of Kenyans too, to have access to a job, access to a business opportunity, access to do their farming, and drive our country into the right direction. Here is our opportunity to unbundle all the commitments in our agenda as determined in the high-level retreat in Nanyuki early this year, and to prepare to assign them for implementation to every department, all the way to every public servant. As we consider the results of the evaluation and feedback, we also have to deliberate with greater intention about the design of the forthcoming performance contracts, their implementation and evaluation. Above and beyond the broader constitutional obligations and the strategic objectives in terms of our plan, I am very keen to observe how the next performance management cycle enhances the realization of the national values and principles of governance throughout government, at all levels of governance, and in all parts of the country. In particular, how much the public service affords equal opportunities for men and women, persons from all communities, and persons with disability will be of foremost interest. Equally, critical will be the mainstreaming of a comprehensive agenda for Kenyan youth, including training, apprenticeship, industrial attachment, and internship, access to government procurement opportunities, and entrenchment of the digital and creative economy. Further, it is of paramount importance that the performance management mechanism meaningfully reflects our resolve to enhance efficiency and reach of government services through digitization, automation, and deployment of various information and communication technologies. Kenya is a regional, continental, and global champion of a just transition to clean, green industrialization. Our credibility in this cause is founded on demonstrable commitment to green up our national power grid, restore degraded landscapes and ecosystems, conserve forests, water towers, wetlands, and other carbon sinks, and promote heavy investment in wind, solar power, and in addition to hydro and geothermal power. We are also promoters of e-mobility and sustainability across every sector. This magnitude of our commitment to the green agenda is further demonstrated by the fact that Kenya will host the Africa Climate Action Summit in Nairobi between 4th and 6th of September this year. I therefore expect our performance management framework to incorporate commitments that are consistent with our obligation under Article 42 and 69 and commensurate with our credentials as a global leader in green industrialization. Because of the urgency in delivering our commitments and providing services to the people, the need to ensure that every shilling of our increasingly scarce resources delivers its fullest value, and the requirements of transparency and accountability. The government is determined to reinvigorate performance management as a means of motivating, facilitating, and coordinating the public service in our delivery of the mandate that has been given to us by the people of Kenya. At this juncture, I must emphasize the need to ensure completion of viable, budgeted for, and already commenced projects and programs before we embark on new ones. I ask Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, Chief Executive Officers of state corporations, and principals of tertiary institutions to use performance contracts to ensure that projects and programs are completed on time and within available resources. As I have said before, we made a commitment that we are going to steer the country away from the cliff where we were heading in terms of our economy. First initial step was to reduce the amount of borrowing that we were heading in the wrong direction. We did decide as a government that though we had agreed with our development partners, including our multilateral lenders, on a fiscal deficit of 6.2% of GDP, we deliberately decided that we're going to come down to 5.7% of GDP as our commitment to a new trajectory of ensuring that Kenya lives within its means. And as a government, we live within our means. In the same spirit, I have had a candid conversation with the ministry responsible for infrastructure, and the 910 billion worth of projects that were already in some form committed. We've scaled it down, and I had a long meeting with all the agencies under